tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 214. We in the building. You ain't know who it is. It's the host with the most, Be Breezy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing?
You already know Slut Me Out Season 3. We here, so we know what we doing. Every episode we starting out with some Slut Me Out songs. So that was Dub. Baby, I Got Dick. You feel me? Because sometimes, fellas, you might not have the money, you might not have the cars, you might have not the jewelry, but you got dick. You feel me? And that's all you can offer sometimes. But make sure you download the Live Podcast app on iOS and Android. And make sure you follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If you're in brand deals, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. And also shout out to the boy Jamie Tox. He's on vacay right now with the fam, so shout out to him.
Big shout.
But weekly check-ins. How you feeling this week, brother?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I can't say I'm good. I mean, I'll be transparent. I lost my father over the weekend. If you're a fan of the show, you know I definitely give my father a lot of shit. But it's bittersweet. I know he's not in pain, and I understand, like, life happens. It was unexpected. The last thing I did was I FaceTimed him and allowed him to speak to his granddaughter. The last thing I ever heard him say was, grandpa loves you. And that was one thing I knew. Like, my father talked a lot of shit, but that was something I knew to be true. And I knew he loved me too. And I think that even going through this, like, in the space that I'm in right now is definitely, like, as a man, like, there's nothing that prepares you for having to bury a parent, having to go through their affairs, having to, speak to the coroner and the police and, have watched them be carried out and whatnot. I don't want to get too graphic, but, and then it's like, I just thought about, as much as I probably spent a good portion of his time on this earth being like, Dad, I wish you did things differently. I appreciate the way things went, because I probably wouldn't be me without the way things went. And I know to realize I just took a moment. It's like, yeah, he was at everything that was ever important, like really, like real deal, high level important, safety wise, celebratory wise. He was there. Even if I didn't want him to be there, he was there. So long live C, love you, Pop. And it's not goodbye, so I'll see you later. But outside of that, I'm pushing through. How you feeling?
Man, condolences, brother. You feel me? Like you said, it not can prepare you to bury a parent. So I know you're in state of grieving, but we're here for you, brother. Hold your head up high. I know that's what he wanted from you. As far as me this week, man, I don't know, man. I had a therapy session on Monday, which was like frustrating in a sense, because I'm at a stage in therapy when I'm unpacking things, and one of the things that we're going through now is I'm kind of hating therapy. I'm at a stage right now where I'm hating therapy, even though I'm still continue going to therapy because it's good, because I know it's working. Is I'm being more aware of my actions and being more aware of certain situations now. And I don't know if he'll agree with this, and maybe I'll bring it up in the next session, is the accountability on my end. We also talk a lot about accountability on other folks and people taking accountability. But when you have to hold that mirror on yourself and take accountability on actions, or just when you're aware of a situation, not even if you did something wrong, it's like when you're aware of a situation or you in a situation and you, by not doing anything, is a choice. So I'm at that stage where now I'm kind of like, ignorance is not bliss no more. I'm aware of things. I know what I have to do, but I'm not choosing to do these things. So I'm at that stage in therapy where it's kind of like, I want to be ignorant, but I need to go through this rough patch in order for me to go to that better state of healing or better me. So yeah, so it was a little tough.
That's real shit. I just had therapy before I came here, respectfully. She almost got me. I haven't had that like breakdown cry, but I think accountability is definitely something, and I think it's okay. Like even when you got to be accountable, it's like everything is a layer of grief. And not to make this like a morbid conversation, but like when you have to look at yourself in a way that you don't want to, or look at those parts of yourself that you try to like only let out in certain moments, like that's grief. Like you're grieving like that interaction, right? And you can grieve relationships, friendships, yourself, like versions of yourself and whatnot. But it's all about, it makes you stronger at the end of the day because you're able to, you know, go through that uncomfortable space, navigate those feelings, and then it's like, all right, bet. If I can get through this, I get through anything. You feel me? So don't be afraid of that. Accountability is really just like, all right, when I learn how to navigate it, oh, I'm a problem. Nobody can fuck with me.
Facts. And I was talking about, we kind of went over my defense mechanism even within therapy, because even in therapy, maybe I'm being too transparent with this part, but even when in therapy, whenever I'm touching a vulnerable spot or a situation in the past, I try to add a joke or like, yeah, I'm showing up today trying to lighten the mood instead of just actually just sitting in that emotion and really embracing it, the good, bad, all that encompasses. So I'm trying my best to not do that anymore when I'm in a vulnerable situation and I want to really sit with my emotion. But it's a sense of, it's like, I don't want to say you're afraid. Maybe you're afraid of what it might really reveal to you. And maybe I'm at that point in my life where sitting in my vulnerable side, am I afraid of seeing who I'm truly am? Because because even my therapist, because I follow life through the Japanese 3 mask rules: the mask that you wear to the world, the mask that you show to your friends, and the inner mask that you don't show to no one. I'm comfortable with the other 2 masks, but I think the mask within the inner self is something that I don't think I really sat and really processed. And I think that's what's causing other situations. And maybe I'm afraid of actually revealing who I'm truly am in a sense.
But I think that's a step in the right direction regardless, because I think that self-awareness leads to self-actualization. Like knowing like, yo, the things that I do by myself, would I feel comfortable doing that in front of anybody? And it's like, that's real. There's people that have married 20, 30 years who they don't show their true self much, if at all. Like you'd be like, I never knew this person was into that or did this or did those things or whatever. It's like, yeah, because they didn't have that space to get that off. Or they might give you a version of that, but they can't be authentic. So I think navigating, the fear it's the thing. Like nobody wants to be judged. Nobody wants to feel, because you're going to judge yourself. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like shit. Damn, I said that out loud. Like, I really do that shit. Like, fuck. Like, how do I, what does that say about me? And sometimes it says a lot, but sometimes it says nothing. Sometimes it just says like, yo, it says like, these are learned trauma responses. These are learned behaviors. These are things you adopted to navigate and manage the other 2 masks. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know me, I don't go outside. It's hard to be around people for a long time.
Same.
So
I feel like I've adopted that. Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do that's going to prepare you to go through that? What's going to get you through that? And then what are you going to do to decompress from that? And sometimes one of those steps might be something that niggas be like, what? You do what? You tickle you got somebody to tickle you before you go to a party? Like, I'm just throwing some dumb shit out there.
Facts.
You feel me? But like, sometimes that's real. You don't really know people going through. You could probably see it visibly. You might see, like you said, if your friends, like people hearing this, be like, oh, he's telling jokes. Are you? Somebody might hit you with the, are you okay? You like, nigga, I don't know, right? Mm-hmm. Or you might, whatever you're going through, you might show it physically. Like, oh, you lost weight or you gained weight. I like, what? I mean, shit, I have. What's going on? Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So kind of like creating that space so that you can kind of be authenticated in the other mass is important. So I dig you like trying to take that path. It's gonna be, you're gonna be like, fuck, I don't want this therapist. Fuck, I'm going here for like this nigga. He reading me. I don't like this nigga.
Oh yeah, I'll be, and I think you know what? This is so funny because me and him kind of crack about this all the time because I keep telling him when I tell people I have a white therapist, they make fun of me because it's like, sure. you go to a white man.
Sure do. That was about to be my next joke.
Yeah. But I think it, I think it, I think with the conversation we had last year before I switched therapy, I think this was really helpful. I think I really needed a male perspective on certain things. Shout out to Dr. Asia Jones forever. Shout out to her because she helped me through some times and helped me be more emotional to the point where I come to this to this new therapist like ready weekly now. So yeah, so guys, don't be afraid to show your true self. Sometimes, we getting older, so it's like with me showing my true self, it's like I gotta be comfortable, and it's like, yo, I'm in my 30s now. Like if now is not the time for me to show my inner self and like solidify who I am in a sense, when there ever going to be a little time type of thing.
That's true.
It's not like I'm not adolescent no more. I'm not still. My brain is still not maturing. I don't have none of these excuses to fall back on, in a sense.
Can I propose? I know these niggas is getting deep. They gonna skip most of this shit. Can
Facts, because I damn, we played Big Me, I Got Dick in the beginning. Now
That's fine. We gonna get there. Oh, but no, I was gonna throw this out to you. Like, you don't feel like I saw this tweet. I don't know if I saved it or not, but it was something on the line like a lot of men, we don't start like peaking. Like that's how they say we develop after like later than ladies. Like we don't start hitting our peak or our prime until we like in our 30s. Cause then you go through shit. Like you said, we in therapy, like losing parents, getting new jobs, kids, wives, women, dating, ownership. Like so many things happen. And it's like, when you were 24, 25, 26, it's like, yeah, my focus is, what we doing? We going to the club, we going out, got vacation, got baddie, me and Shorty trying to kick it. Like it's so many different things. And now it's just like, yo, it's like being a ball player. Like the game slow down. So you like this could possibly be on brand for you. Like you get into where you need to be at to get to that run. Because I think you talk about it. Like we always make the joke about who the girl got you doing all this lovey-dovey shit. We be just throwing dumb shit out there. But it was like maybe you're preparing to get into that bag, or you're preparing for home ownership, something where you're going to have to address things that in years past you would have joked about or created some kind of wall to navigate within to make that happen. You feel me? So that might be the move. That's what I said.
I think it's this time is just to lock in, like especially just given what the world is going through now, and given like how reality. I think what set this off, and maybe it sets other guys off, is the reality of certain things. We talk about hopelessness as a man, but that shit hit differently in the 30s when you realize no one's gonna freaking save you, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just you're an adult. You have responsibilities now. You can't
cry.
You can't cry. You can't, and it's not that you can't be vulnerable. You can't be open or emotional, but niggas don't got time for that. Especially now with given everything with the world and wars and just tax and all that other stuff. Like there's so much other stuff going on in the world that now you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like in your 20s and your teens, you kind of feel like the main character. And I think in your 30s, you could still be a main character. And maybe I might change my mind on this thought, but you're going to be the main character in a smaller novel than in your 20s when you feel like you're the world main character.
I think you're on to something. I think it depends on the trajectory of your life. I think that I agree with the analogy of like in a movie or TV show from your 20s, your teens, your 20s, going into your 30s. For me personally, I always felt like I was, in those ages, I was a sidekick. Like I was definitely still in it. Like I probably had my own little episodes or arcs and whatnot, but I felt like I cast myself in a sidekick role, just mentally over the things that I have been through and what I was going through. Whereas now, I really feel like the main character, and whether it is a novel or a movie or whatever, just because there's a greater sense of control. And it's weird.
For some reason, I don't want to cut you off, but I feel the opposite of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, but it's probably the trajectories too. It's like, because I think when you get to the stage that we're at, it's like, yeah, we're men. What does that mean? And this, what does it mean in general? What does it mean in today's lexicon? Like, what does that mean? But also, it's just like, yo, for me, I was always operating on the premise of safety. No matter what I do, I got to feel physically and emotionally safe as a black man, my mama's only son. Like, that was always my thing. I was not willing to take certain risks, not willing to do certain things just because I wanted to make sure that, I was safe. Whereas I still want to be safe nowadays, but I understand you also got to live. And there's other people that need you to live so that they can, so you can, keep the pieces moving. So that's why I say like now, like I definitely agree with the analogy. I just think like it can hit in different facets.
Yeah. So I think right now my journey in therapy is overcoming the sidekick role and becoming the main character role. And I think that's something that I've been going through with the therapy session. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'm in a great path. I just hate the path that I'm in now, just because I'm just more aware of things. So now is a struggle between taking accountability and working through stuff and not beating myself down when I don't make the quote unquote right decision because I'm more aware, type of thing. So I'm just in that stage. And once I get over that, I think we're going to be into broader horizons.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, nigga, just do it. I think that's what I'm trying to live. Like living like just go do it. Once you do it,
Facts.
Or you can either worked or it didn't, and you got to navigate from there.
Oh, damn! I don't want to. We having a good therapy session. Hold on. My problem is in my 20s and my teens, I was the nigga that threw myself in fire always. Even through college, I threw myself like. Even talking about just the fraternity stuff. Remember when we talked about that? I just threw myself right in the fire and just kind of like, I didn't really know too much about anything. And once I'm in the fire, I could figure myself out. But I feel like in my 30s or my late 20s now, since I've worked so hard for other stuff and I accomplished it, I have so much stuff to lose now. It's like I lost I'm losing that fire. I'm losing that edge just to jump into fire and figure everything out because I have responsibilities now. I have things that I worked hard and I can't lose. I can't have that reckless abandonment that I had in my 20s, and I miss it because even though, yes, I got myself into some bad situations, but I got myself into some great situations by just jumping into shit and figuring my way out through things.
Makes sense. I mean,
so I'm trying to find a balance between that.
Just gotta see. It's just gotta be calculated risks. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
How big of a headache you willing to take on?
But the problem with that is you seeing it try to be calculated. You see it try to make sure you make the right decision in the moment just pass. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that happens a lot too.
That's why sometimes you just gotta shoot you gotta shoot your shot. Respectfully, shoot it. See what happens. Throw it out there.
Yo, Kehlani, what's up? Baby girl, I'm here. I could change your life.
Quoting her song, good job. All right, let's get into this shit.
You feel me? But let's get into some good news. We don't got too much bad stuff this week. We want to first give a happy birthday to a New York City legend. He just turned 50. I had to put it on the docket. Shout out to 50 Cent.
Yeah, shout out. Fifth. Even though you
my boy turned 50.
That's a fact.
Really 50 Cent for real. Just a quick little 50 Cent, a person who lost his mom at a young age, was in the streets, got shot 9 times, was the industry most hated rapper to one of the most biggest superstars, to now TV show writer, actor. Just so much things. Shout out to you, a legend, man. I just, there's a lot of birthdays coming around, but you just turned 50. I know in the back of your head, there was times when you was growing up, you probably didn't think he was going to make it to that age. So just shout out to you, 50 Cent, New York City legend. Let's talk about Donald Trump a little bit, man. You sent me a TikTok of Donald Trump when he's talked about how the mayor candidate, and I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name.
Zoran Mamdani.
Yes, if he wins, he is potentially advocating for a federal takeover of New York State. What's your thoughts about that?
I think, of course, on the surface, it sounds ignorant. And again, this is what we talk about. Like, this is why the first 18 minutes, if y'all listen to it, y'all get how we get to these points. But I digress. On the surface, it's just pure. It sounds like pure ignorance. Like, hey, the government would never take over New York City. Have you paid attention to what is happening? There are concentration camps being built around this country to house, quote unquote, migrants or non-citizens, or even people with citizenship, right? The government was just given, the Supreme Court is signing off on orders that allows the president to restructure the government and who works there, right? We just passed a big, beautiful bill adding $3.3 trillion to the deficit, to the debt ceiling, and we're losing SNAP benefits, losing Medicaid. Your granny, your disabled uncles, they going to have to struggle and fight. If you don't live in a major city with access to hospitals and things like that, don't have a great job with great benefits, like were transferred to you upon your retirement or your disability, it's looking scary out here. If your parents live in the middle of nowhere, you're from middle America, rural America, you're cooked. Republicans and even some Democrats are selling out. So the idea that the federal government would take over probably the most famous city, not even just in the country, but in the world, because they don't like who's in charge, this speaks to the larger issue of the federal government infringing its power or violating democracy. Let's call it what it is. It's a violation of our Constitution and the idea of democracy to uphold an image that they feel, a select small group feel, is what New York City should represent. And that's what should be scary. The fact that ICE no longer has to present ID. They can have face masks on and they can just say, you're coming with me.
Yep.
That's scary, right? We have a mayor who, because he does identify as a political socialist, but a neighbor who's being called a communist, who's being called all sorts of racial etiquettes, and is being told basically, hey, if you win, we're taking everything. Think about that. What message that this? They would much rather have a mayor that's in the hookah lounges with the big booty Latinas,
facts,
who was federally indicted, right? Versus somebody that's coming in. And granted, do I agree with all of Mamdani's ideas? Yes and no. They did great ideas, but who pays for them? Because again, if you run off the millionaires, that means that cost trickles down to us, which is a real conversation as us as men in this age. Like, love the ideas, but where does this live, right? Yep. So it's something to watch out for, but it's not unfathomable. It's something that can't happen. So just, again, we get it. Summertime, sundresses is out. Girls is not wearing the bras or drawers underneath the sundress. Y'all rocking the moo-moos and the milkmaid dresses. Like, we get it. Niggas is throwing money. They out here buying bottles. Like, we want to have fun. We want to have distractions. Absolutely, absolutely. Like, to fellowship. This weekend, as hard as it was to be able to fellowship and hang out with the fam and the homies I have some I haven't seen in 20 years. But I've been known them for 20 years, legitimately, to be able to be in that space. Like, it's dope. But pay attention to what's happening in the world. Because literally, as much as we used to say, yo, the police used to wild out on black people back in the 90s or 80s, it's going to get real spooky depending on what happens. And I'm calling upon the Democrats and even the Republicans, have a backbone, have a plan in the backbone. Because you're allowing things to happen, and it's violating the people that voted for you, and it's violating the so-called American principles that you claim to want to uphold. So we got to tighten up, but the odds are it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better.
Thanks. Okay, you said it beautifully, brother. A lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about was TSA. This is a policy that I'm happy about. Guess what, Slick? No longer you got to slip off your Jordans or your Yeezy in the TSA line, because they are trying out this new policy where you could keep your sneakers on. I know this might sound small, but Slick, you ever went to the airport and you got to sit here and they basically strip you dry? You got to make sure everything.
I haven't had
walking in your socks.
I haven't had that problem since like 2020. TSA pre-check, my boy.
You don't have to take off your shoes for that?
No, you don't take off your shoes. You don't got to take shit out your bag. I haven't taken my shoes off in like 5 years, bro.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Maybe I'm broke. Hold on. But I had that problem. I'm tired of it, so I'm happy about this. I'm tired of holding my sneakers up over here. Like, it's starting right now. It's so since 2006, we've been required to remove our shoes. I ain't gonna lie. Before September 11, flying was the easiest shit ever. You didn't have to wait. There was really no lines or anything. But I'm kind of happy about this. So I support this fully because they already give me enough shit about my electronics. You know how many times with my Nintendo Switch I had to take it out the bag and put it separately? Because then you ever run late for a flight and they got to search through it because you forgot to take electronic out. So I'm happy about this policy.
You don't have to do that with TSA pre-check either.
Oh damn, let me get my shit together. All right, let's get to some celebrity news. Shout out to Kai Cenat. He's covered the Times 100 creator list as the cover. Shout out to my half Haitian brother Kai Cenat over here. Keep doing your thing, brother. Keep striving, keep going for greatness. Fuck with you heavy. Just want to give him a quick shout out. But what's your thoughts, Slick, on Meg Thee Stallion's cameraman lawsuit still continuing? So the judge denied Roc Nation and Meg Thee Stallion to dismiss the cameraman lawsuit. If you didn't know, we talked about this last time where he alleged that, Meg Thee Stallion ate coochie in front of him, did a lot of other sexual things in front of him after she fired him. Well, he brought up this lawsuit after she fired him. What's your thoughts about the judge continuing this lawsuit?
I mean, he's a cameraman, so he probably has some kind of evidence that would be supported in court. I just think it's one of those things that's like, damn. All you can say is damn. Like, do I personally have that much stock in it? No, I don't care that much. Like, if she was eating coochie, but again, you can't bully somebody into partaking in something that you don't want them, that they don't want to be a part of, right? So he said, "Yo, I'm gonna sue," and I think there was a TikTok that came about, and it was basically like a lot of black women calling him gay for doing this. I'm like, yo, regardless if you feel violated, you feel violated. I think we can't just because you like somebody. And again, maybe as fans we probably sound like a hypocrite because we probably do this for people that we're fans of when they do something to get in trouble. But it's like you can't just we gonna just dogpile on somebody because they famous and we fuck with them, so we don't like somebody holding them accountable. It's accountability again at the end of the day. So hopefully this can be resolved without besmirching anybody's reputation. Whatever he's seeking, they can come to some kind of settlement. But you got to relax, mama.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I just don't like that he had no problem bringing this up 2-3 years after he got fired. So I'm just like, bro, you had no problem.
He said it before though. Nah, he brought it up. We've talked about it years ago. He brought it up before, and I think it just the fact that he had evidence to support whatever made it happen. We talked about this like 2 years ago. That's why I'm like, again, it's something where it's like there is a line of for them to actually take it to court. It's not like he said, she said. Like he might have had like the GoPro or something on.
He's a cameraman, so you should never do nothing around him. He got something recorded. But I want to talk about did you know the Essence Fest was this past week or two?
Nope. I not till I saw it on TikTok.
Yo, I did not know that. So that speaks on the low attending record that they have. A lot of people are complaining that Essence Fest is no longer what it used to be and how it's trashed. And like but they had some good people. They had Patti LaBelle. They had Lauryn Hill. They had a star-studded list this year, but no one knows about Essence Fest.
Think about
is this the end of festivals and stuff now?
I don't think it's the end. I think life and everything is just so expensive, even from a corporate standpoint. Like you think about Essence, like who buys magazines anymore? You think about like that's their bread and butter, right? So even though they had like this great lineup, where's the marketing budget? And then 2, planes is falling out the sky. You never know if you go in certain states how ice and shit is going to react. You seen what's happening down in Texas with the floods and whatnot. So people might be like, "Oh, I'm better off saving." And it's probably a grip. You saying if I'm paying $1,000, like $1,000 today is a lot more, valuable in your bank account than it was 2-3 years ago. Because it's like, yo, you don't know how much the eggs is finna cost. You don't know how much the gas is finna cost. You don't like we got all this shit happening. They telling you, shit is gonna get expensive. Shit about to get spooky. Like, yo, you stack up. Do I have money for leisure? All these other acts are on tour. Like I can go to Essence Fest here and see a couple of them go to New Orleans. That's cool. I want to go to Chris Brown concert. I want to go to the SZA concert. I want to, Drake about to go back. I'm trying to see Drizzy. I'm trying, me and Bay trying to go on vacation. Like it's that kind of situation. Like you can't you can't just do everything. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I didn't even know Essence Fest happened. I want to go because I know I heard a lot of good things, especially in New Orleans. And even the restaurants in New Orleans are like confused because usually they're packed out. And I've seen some TikToks of restaurant owners posting TikToks of like, we barely get any businesses over here for Essence Fest. So hopefully they get it together because festivals are a good thing, especially if it's well produced and well attended. Let's get into some music, Nan. Have you seen Nicki Minaj tweets?
I know she has been taking shots at at Hov, saying he owe her money and shit, taking shots at the Rock Nation president. They over here doing cease and desist on people commenting on them, so I ain't gonna say too much.
Well, apparently, so this all stems from the Tidal days. So apparently, when Tidal first came out, Nicki was one of the artists who signed for Equity. I guess she didn't officially sign it or something. So when Tidal was sold, she didn't get none of the money that Tidal was sold. And they tried to appease, well, she's claiming that they tried to appease her by giving her $1 million. And then there was a legend that she had to go on tour and all the money that she made on tour had to pay for debts and back payments for other things. So now she wants $200 million from Roc Nation, and she's been going on different tweeting about Jay-Z's alleged kid that we didn't even talk about this too. There's a guy who's still trying to fight for paternity, trying to fight that Jay-Z is his father. I ain't gonna lie. Roc Nation, your name's been attached to a lot of stuff, and I've been hearing from a lot of people and a lot of other sources that y'all kind of like the Illuminati of this hip hop music scene so far. From the Tory Lanez, you even had parts with the Drake stuff from what I'm starting to hear. Roc Nation, Jay-Z. I ain't gonna lie, y'all don't know this now. Niggas is starting to keep their eye open with you guys because, and then I'm hearing your president is getting indicted and got pardoned by President Trump and stuff like that. But I don't know. Nicki Minaj, I don't like how Nicki Minaj go about certain things, but she never really been wrong about the things that she advocated for really in the past. So I want to see what happens more if they actually pays her out. Now on to other news. The Clipse album leaked yesterday, Slick, which ahead of their July 11th release. Do you think it has anything to do with Travis Scott dropping a single, which supposedly he took some shots at the Clipse? Do you think is people fighting back against the Clipse over here?
I don't know. I think this is the second big, albums don't leak like this anymore. If you really think about it, right? I think Big Sean was a surprise. Ye was leaking, but I know he was probably just doing it off the strength of niggas need to hear this music. So they can be like, yo, I still got it. The Clipse album is a little bit shocking. I think the album should have came out 2 weeks ago anyway. I didn't think a rollout was necessary of this magnitude for them because I didn't expect it to. And I don't want to sound like a hater. I enjoy Pusha T projects, but I didn't expect it to. He doesn't move units. He might do like 40, 50 first week, right? And of course and then you say with the fact that you got an actual Clipse project, Pharrell produced, you might get to 80, maybe 100 in this current climate, just because anticipation, streaming. Whatever. But it leaking. Quiet, check it out. Y'all probably still wait till Friday to listen to it. I heard mixed reviews about it, but I'm like half of my Twitter is OVO and the other half is the purists. So that's probably why it was mixed. But I'm still gonna give it a bump. I probably blame Ye because every album that's leaking is formally good music.
That's a fact. I won't be surprised because Pusha T has threw some shots at Ye, and I agree with you. It should have been released 2 weeks ago because that was when the momentum was high for them. They released a single that got like 1 million or 2 views in a day, which if you're a Pusha T fan, that don't really happen. So I think they kind of let the hype down a little bit. But Travis Scott is announced Jack Boy 2, and he's starting to release songs too over here. So I'm thinking like, this is bad now because it's like now you got all these heavy artists now, and people are waiting to hate on the Clipse album just because they feel like Pusha T been throwing too much shots around too. So that's why I'm kind of like, damn, you should have released the album a minute ago. But we'll see how it goes. Now, forget about all these other stuff, Slick. On July 4th, the Sixth God, The Boy, Champagne Poppy, Drizzy Drake Rogers, Mr. Do Right and Kill Everything. Live stream IceMan episode 1, Slick. You texted me about this. We was on. I thought it was going to be the Somebody Love Me video. I was clearly wrong. You already know what's in the background.
It's the instrumental.
Come on now.
I definitely hit you and I was like, IceMan. You was like, no, that's the video. I was like,
because the thing about it, a week or two prior to that, he released the winners of the Somebody Loves Me video shoot. So I'm thinking, maybe this is gonna be it.
Can we take a moment before? I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna turn the intro dude down too. He didn't care about some sexy songs for you like that.
Oh yeah,
like he definitely was testing. He tested out traditional. I feel like Some Sexy is a great project. I enjoyed the project. I feel like he was just testing out a semi-traditional media rollout to see how that would impact his sales. Remember when niggas said he gonna do $120, $140. He's gonna do regular rap nigga numbers, right? So the fact that he did, what was it, 225 or whatever the first week, 240, whatever the number was, and he had a pseudo roller, I think he was just testing the waters. So that's why I said Somebody Loves Me being a song, it having legs. Yeah, it has legs. It's great. It has TikTok. But him going this route, like doubling down on the IceMan launch, is fire. Now it sucks for Party because Party's actually on Somebody Loves Me. So if I was him, I would have Party drop the Somebody Loves Me video, like to get his name attached to it more. Because you saw right before he dropped the IceMan link to say, yo, pull up Friday at 9. He had a picture of the jewelry he gave on Party. So kind of like
because it was his birthday.
But I also feel like it was kind of like I know, I understand, like I'm about to get back in my bag, but we did the project. This is just me showing you, giving you some extra love, like so niggas know. You feel me?
But I mean, what more do you want Drake to do for him? He gave you a number one. You never had a number one. He gave you an anthem. He's taking you on tour. He's about to go on tour starting this Friday, basically after the Wireless Festival, after the Wireless Festival, towards the end of the month, they start their international tour. I think he did whatever. Party, I don't think Party really wants to be in front the way everybody wants him to be. I don't think people understand about Party because Party, for years, we've been saying Party could have been bigger than what he is. He's been writing legendary songs from the background and he hasn't really released too much songs for himself. I don't think Party wants the fame, but he wants the respect. Now, as long as nobody disrespects his pen, I think he's okay. But Party, you have to understand, in order for your pen to get respected, you need the fame. And that's what you're lacking. Because you saw when he crashed out with Chris Brown and other stuff and all that other good stuff. But back to the IceMan episode 1, it started out with him in the IceMan company in Toronto, measuring ice. And then it kind of went through a nostalgic phase of the career of Drake to the premiere of What Did I Miss? What's your thoughts on the song? And then we could go the thoughts on the song, and then we're gonna go through the rest of the live stream where he went through Toronto in the IceMan truck playing a couple of songs that's been released, like Tumaza, shout out to Smiley, and snippet of the Supermax song that's potentially on the IceMan. Two questions. What's your first reaction on What Did I Miss? And then what's your other thoughts about the rest of the stream?
I'm gonna go backwards. So I think the stream was genius. I think that Drake has always had a way of tapping in with the youth in terms of like what's popping, and streaming is it. So the fact that he even rolled out a single with a stream, and it wasn't just him sitting in the room, it was him going around and driving the truck and going through the ice, having decent sound quality. Like I think that was fire. Like him interacting with people, even when he cursed out the yo, you get done up, pussy. Like
facts.
That was like, it was different. And it's him saying, all right, I don't necessarily need to do it the industry way. I could do it this way. These streamers is getting, what speed just get 500 million? Like I can go about and get my bread doing it this way. And now it's like I'm getting the streamer money plus, if now the labels is definitely going to still try to fight the Simon because I still got the pulse of the kids. Whether my adult audience isn't as much like they're not getting what they want. They not buying the tickets. They're not going to the show. You feel me? And then what did I miss? I think it was timely. We're not going. This is the first Drake single in a long time where I was like really listening to the bars, and not to say he was overly wordy. Like those people was like he's said the same thing for years. But the timeliness of it, before it was always like subs. We didn't know who he was talking to. We didn't know. And it was like he wasn't going to put that on a single. The TLC line, the shit, stand look to the right of me, like him calling out people, like the fact. And he was like, I think the initial joke was like, everybody on service, like, what did I miss? Nigga, you was there. It's not what did I miss in terms of like what happened this last year. It's like, yo, what did I miss in terms of you niggas not fucking with me the way I fuck with y'all? Like, how did I miss this? Like, I knew he was a hater. Cool. I know he ain't fuck with me. I went into this thinking, all right, it's me versus you one-on-one. But the label ain't fuck with me. Braun and DeMar ain't fuck with me. ASAP ain't fuck with me. I done brought niggas on too. Ross ain't fuck with me. Right? It became that. And I think that was important. It was a great way for him to kind of come out and be like, yo, this is the era. And then, like, even the beat switch with the Aaron chick, I'm like, yo, that's fire. Because I'm like, the theory that, all right, he's going to show the industry, I can make new stars. I can do this all without y'all. So y'all pick how y'all want this to go.
And he's 2 for 2 for that too, because Premi is going up right now. Everybody wants an album from her, and now this new German star that he has, this new German woman that he has singing in the background, people are tapping into her.
I thought it was Abel at first. Like, this nigga went and got an unreleased weekend song. I was like, oh, he's different.
I was in a club embassy chat, and niggas was over here talking about it was Majid Jordan. I'm thinking, okay, I can see Majid Jordan, until I saw it was just this German woman over here singing in the background. So I was like, yo, this is incredible, because you're putting people on to new artists that people might fuck with. And I ain't gonna lie, Slick, I was in my bag. I wish I recorded my first reaction, because I was screaming and yelling. I don't think I have it in me right now for this week, because I'm a little tired. But the North remembers, niggas. The North remembers. I'm seeing a lot of niggas switch up, Slick. A lot of niggas who was over here, he's done. He's finito. Cancel. Take a year off. It's over. Jacking this record now. Stay on that side. The North remembers. The North remembers. And also, my biggest pet peeve about this whole thing is, why is it a problem when Drake talks about the battle? No one complains when the other party's been talking about this battle for the past year or so. You had this short man, Kendrick Lamar, over here talk about this battle, going on a tour. He just recently did the Super Bowl talking about it. Now he's on tour, not internationally, about it, talking about it. You had other people putting their 2 cents in. But it's always a problem when everyone gets fatigued when Drake talks about it. Mind you, everybody else got their corn from it. It's time for him to address it. And what's the problem? It's like, my whole thing about it is like, if you feel like niggas betrayed you, Slick, even if it's been a year or two, are you still not gonna feel no type of way? Especially on a public platform, you feel like niggas betrayed you. Regardless of what you think, this is what Drake thinks. He feel like niggas betrayed him. Niggas who I've been locked in for over 10 years. Niggas who I got tatted on my body. Niggas who I have business with. Niggas who I sat there with their kids, met my kids. He feels betrayed. These are actual friendships that he actually have. For you to tell him to not talk about it or not feel no type of way a year and a couple months later is insane to me.
Yeah, but I mean, the machine. Like I said, I started to switch my tone on it when I realized the machine was out to kind of like discredit him. And I was like, oh, I don't like it. If it was straight up, cool. But it was too many things that were like the domino. Like, all right, y'all leaking niggas release songs and shit like that. Like, y'all was prepped. Y'all knew it was about to happen. So I'm definitely enjoying the sound. I think it's like, it's not too much. He didn't overdo it. He didn't put out this overly, I'm not gonna call it a 10 out of 10 record. I think the record is what it needed to be. I like it more than Give Me a Hug, because Give Me a Hug, it was like he tried all right, I'm gonna just pretend it didn't happen and go back to the music, right? I'm gonna just fuck a rap beef, I'm trying to get the party lit. But this was like the 7 trials of forgiveness. All right, cool. Well, not forgiveness, but the 7 trials of acceptance. Like, yeah, niggas, everybody has been mad, embarrassed, some fuck shit has happened to them, and you have a period where it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna eat that, and then a month or two later, nah, fuck that, this motherfucker really had me fucked up.
but Slick, I agree with you, but put that emotion with you've seen other motherfuckers still eating off of this and still mentioning this. You just whole Kim Rice niggas making that shit the Not Like Us rice over here. You got a Chinese restaurant in your hood calling it the Not Like Us rice. Niggas came in Toronto. One more, like, he has not been talking about this beef for the last couple of months, but it's keep being mentioned. He's trying to forget about it, but y'all niggas continue to show it to his face. Now, one thing I agree with you, Slick, I hope the IceMan album is not full of this. I hope the IceMan album is not full of this. I think this is a great track. I don't think you need to. I think maybe you have one more introspective record of really breaking your inner self down. Because for some odd reason, the most vulnerable rapper, in my opinion, in this past decade or so, who talked about his feelings with his parents, with relationships, with his friends, he's been talking about this his whole entire career. Yeah, I want him to dig more deep into himself. which and this is a different conversation for a different time. I don't understand how I'm not going to say he's the most introspective rapper, but he's definitely in the top 10 introspective rappers that we have currently, who always talks about the inner problems and vulnerabilities and problems that he has and flaws. But y'all want him to dig more deep. I don't know how deep y'all want him to dig more. He literally tells you his relationship with his dad was bad growing up. He even talked about his aunt, how his aunt was one of his favorite people, but also motivated him. He talked about how these girls have scammed him and robbed him of his heart. He talked about the industry fake friends. I don't understand what more you want for him to talk inner about himself. I think he has one more introspective record, but I do not want the IceMan to be it. And also regarding with the IceMan album, I hope this is your Forest 2014 drive. No features. We just want you. I know people have been saying this for a long time. As time going on, I'm hopping on that bandwagon. I want this to be a solo Drake album for real. Maybe you can add some vocalists like you did with the German woman. I think that's great.
No rappers.
No rappers. I want this to be a 2014 Forest Hills Drive, in a sense where it's just you. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about because I fuck with it, but I don't want you putting on the rappers unless it's 21, because 21 has been supporting you from the get go. I don't mind that. But other than that, no other industry niggas.
I would do the reverse for all the dogs. I would do like this would be the introspect. Like, I'm giving y'all bars how I feel. I'm doubling down, y'all, because niggas gonna listen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I might give you Scary Hours 4 with the boom. Like this, now y'all get the fun pack.
You know what? That's smart.
I'm gonna give y'all the fun.
Scary Hours 4 with like a 3 or 4 pack of fun shit.
Yeah, like 6 records. I'm giving you 4, like just like Kid. You like No Kid? This is the real one. This did that No Kid from 3 years ago.
There's a rumor saying that he hasn't put out his best work because he's been trying to get out of contract with UMG, and he's been trying to sign that $500 million, $600 million deal from Sony potentially.
It's about to be a Billy, because I just feel like we see how music isn't moving without Drake. You got the Apple Music thing just because I don't really care that much about it, but like he's the only rapper in the top for real. You got Post, but Post is Post. Like he's not even rapping.
Vulture.
Yeah, so I would say he might be able to swing a Billy, because like the machine went against you, and you still No Kid went number 2. Some Sexy Songs went number 1. You debuted half the records in the top 50. They just pronounced what's it called? What Did I Miss is debuting top 2 at least. So he possibly could break the record. I don't think they're gonna let him break the record, but it's like,
and that's what I'm okay. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. And we're gonna get to the next topic. I know Drake's been using the streaming niggas to promote his stuff, because now he has Aiden Ross. He's gonna fly a couple streaming people to Wireless Festival later on this week. Aiden Ross is going to get a private jet, and they're going to fly. I respect what he's doing with the streaming thing. I want Drake to actually do some real marketing. I want him to do what he did for Certified Lover Boy. When he put the billboards up, I want him to actually promote these singles for real, because I don't think he promoted Some Sexy Songs for You that much.
He didn't.
I want him to really promote this shit, and that means you got to put your own money up, because you're fighting against the system. But I really want you to really promote your because I need you to really show niggas, because right now what niggas is doing now is niggas are using numbers against him. If he doesn't go number 1, niggas is prepared to call this a failure. Despite this being number 1 on Apple Music and Spotify, What Did I Miss? Despite it being number 1 so far, people are using this using stats as a metric for him to say that he fall off. And there's a lot of people, and for some odd reason for you, Drake, the narratives against you stick, good or bad. So I would need you to really do some old school marketing. Maybe I know you don't like doing interviews, but as far as just paying for ads and billboards,
I mean, can you imagine him speaking to Charlamagne after Charlamagne was on his head top all year? It would be nasty.
Yeah.
Or Elliot Wilson.
But the thing about it with Charlamagne, I wouldn't mind him interviewing Charlamagne, because Charlamagne been a natural born hater for over a decade of his. You know what Charlamagne stays. You know where Charlamagne stands with you. Charlamagne never shied away. A nigga like Elliot Wilson,
I used to be.
He did an interview with him. And then what did Elliot Wilson did afterwards? Went on a smear campaign against him. After seeing him trying to say you're a fan of his. So a lot of these other niggas are fake. Charlamagne been hating on you from the get-go. But speaking of just hip-hop not hitting the same, what's your thoughts about A$AP Rocky removing Pray for the Gang off of streaming platforms after record lower sales?
Niggas love the idea of A$AP Rocky, but he hasn't cultivated the fan base that's gonna buy music. And that's why I say I go back to the Drake thing. Like, it's not a lot of niggas that's moving units. It's him, Dot, Cole, Nicki, you know, she don't got industry support. When Nicki drop, she go up. When Cardi drop, Cardi still gets support. If Hove was to drop, he gonna get support because it's Hove. Who else? We see Sean not getting the love, Wale not getting the numbers no more.
Yeah.
Right?
Big Sean ain't up there no more either.
Just thinking about it. Like
only really Gunna.
Eminem,
Gunna's the only nigga that's...
Yeah, Gunna, Future. So 6 dudes.
Yeah.
Who else?
Young Boy. You said Young Boy?
Young Boy not mainstream. He don't get mainstream love. That's what I'm saying. He move units, but you just feel Young Boy. Like I'm saying. So it's like, and I can't really... Like A$AP Rocky, the appeal of him is his aesthetic and it's Rihanna. Like now you Rihanna's baby father. And that's sad to say. I'm an A$AP fan. I paid for I paid for the first 2 albums. Like I bought them. I like A$AP.
Really?
But and the joint with Praise the Lord and all that's my shit. But I just feel like once without yams and having like a creative direction, it's tough for him to really get off the ground running. Like I didn't know the single even dropped, to be honest with you.
You know what I gotta say, Slick?
You want to tell you
Rakim talking shit again. Gas, you hit my BM first, nigga. Do the math while I was hitting then. I ain't even know you rap still because they only talk about your fit again. Probably should have a kid again before you think about dropping any shit again. Even when you do drop, they gonna say you should have mounted because it's mid again. Smoking Fenty should have put you in the first one, try to get it in. Ask Springer if it's a good idea. The first time you cut it in that bed again. Fuck out of here, A$AP, nigga. Family Matters lyrics is aging well. Now, Slick. Speaking of A$AP Rocky, I didn't know he had a beef with Skepta. Speaking of just that with Skepta now, Skepta is issuing a challenge, UK rappers versus United States rappers. Jonah Lucas stepped up on the United States side, but Skepta said, like, you're a small pup. After I throw a shot at Rocky and some other people, I might throw you a line in my diss track. What's your thoughts about the UK versus USA?
Not mad at it. I think UK grime, the UK rap scene, drill scene versus America is like, it's interesting. There's not that much crossover, you know. And again, we just spoke about the rap game, so I'm like, I'm not mad at it. You see, they seen what the battle did for Kendrick. Why? Because the UK gonna smoke.
I'm scared. Yes, we just seen New York versus West Coast. A lot of lyrical niggas didn't step up until it's too late. I know you. I don't know how familiar you are with the UK scene, but they're still in that era where lyrics matter to them. They have drill where they talk about chefing niggas up with knives and shit. But what I would like to say, they're at the late 90s of hip hop right now in their era, where lyrics matter and spitting actual bars matter to them compared to US rappers right now. That's still popular over there because the head honchos in UK are the lyricists. You have Skepta, you have Giggs, you have Dave, you have Cinch, you have Diggs. All them niggas in their world are lyricists over there. So I'm scared now because Skepta put up some matchups. And I don't think we that battle tested to go against UK because UK, them niggas is doing it over there lyric wise. So I'm a little scared though. I'm a little scared because I remember Skepta put Lil Wayne against somebody. I ain't gonna lie, Slick. Lil Wayne right now, I don't trust him to battle anybody on the UK side for us, respectfully.
Nope.
Yeah, and then we just real quick, you mentioned the Apple Music 500 most streamed songs. What's your thoughts about the list? Do you think the top 10 reflects what music been like for the last decade or since Apple Music started their streaming service?
I would say those were probably 10 of the biggest songs across culture, so I'm not mad at it. I think it was just dope just to kind of see it. I'm like, damn, I remember Apple Music first dropped, and now it's like, oh, cool. But you see who really are the tastemakers, like who really ran music for, or who will never have to worry about paying a rent again because they got a song that's that popping. And if you look at the Spotify list, a lot of those songs still correspond as well. So it was dope to me.
Yeah. I think I expect No Guidance to be up there at number 9.
Nah, No Guidance was a huge record. That's when they first started thinking we might have to forgive Chris Brown.
Yeah, and then just seeing, I ain't gonna lie, The Shape of You. I'm not a big Weeknd fan, so I can't judge Blinding Lights, but you a big Weeknd fan, so you probably, because in the Spotify list, Blinding Lights is number 1 on that list, but he's number 2 on the Apple list. So the number 1 and number 2 kind of switch spots on both lists.
Yeah, it's not my favorite Weeknd song by far, but I think, it had a very, very catchy, very familiar sound to it. And it was just, it was everywhere. Like, it was on WrestleMania for 2 years. That's how I know. I'm like, oh, this shit up. They gonna run it. They gonna use it twice. So.
Facts. And in Shape of You, I like it. Actually, that was a wedding song. I think that song was very popular when it first came out.
Now you think about the wedding song. The Shape of You was the I'm in love with the shape of you. Push and pull like a magnet too.
Well, so what's that little Ed Sheeran song that was like the slow?
Thinking Out Loud?
Oh, so I got my shit. So The Shape of You. Then I disagree with that. Then I thought it was the Lovey Dovey one. Then.
Nah, I remember but Thinking Out Loud. I mean, Shape of You was different for Ed, and it was like, it was on again. You heard it on Power 105. That's how you knew it was cross culturally powerful. It sounded like a little island thing. Ed shit, you better let the Ginger God rock.
I ain't gonna lie, he down with the niggas, so I fuck with him. All right, let's get into some sports, man. We got some trades. So, one trade we have here.
And make it important. If there's no important players moving, do not bring that to my table, please. We already at an hour.
Okay. So the Clippers and Jazz and Heat has agreed to a trade that sends Norman Powell to Miami, John Collins to Los Angeles, Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson, and a 27 Clippers second-round pick to the Jazz.
Big trade.
What's your thoughts?
Big trade. Norman Powell hopefully Miami pays Norman Powell, but that's a spot where he can go get all the shots he wants. The Clippers didn't want to pay him. They bring back an athletic big so they can have like a Lob City light. And the rumor is they might go get Bradley Beal might be going to the Clippers. So you took Norman Powell for Brad Beal, basically, and John Collins. So you pretty much maximize that starting lineup and that bench. The Clippers will be 10 deep. And they honestly, they probably the only team outside of Denver last year that would have had a chance against OKC. So now both those teams are reloaded.
I don't know, because I feel like you sent Norman Powell. You fucked up Norman Powell's number. Norman Powell, because in the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is not going to pay 60 games. So you already know if you Norman Powell, you're going to start and you're going to get your shit off. You go to Miami Heat now where they have Wiggins, they have Hero. Hero's trying to be the Jimmy Butler of that. And then you got Bam. You got some other players over there. So now I don't think you're going to make it off the bench, to be honest with you.
He was a former 6 Man of the Year. I'll tell you, or 6 Man of the Year finalist. He averaged 20 off the bench before. It don't matter who you start. If you're going to still get 15 to 18 shots and play 30 minutes, you good money.
Okay. Now, what's your thoughts about Chet Holmgren signing a max rookie contract? Or him could reach up to $250 million.
I would have probably tried to angle for an option or like injury insurance because he has been hurt 2 out of his first 3 years. But I mean, in a league that's built around unicorns, the only thing about Chet you could say is that he's too skinny and he can get stronger. He shoots, he plays defense. He's probably a hybrid. It's like if you do like the the Pokemon analogies, like you say you got Wembanyama is Charizard, Jaren Jackson Jaren Jackson might possibly be
Bulbasaur?
Nah, but he might be Charmander, and then Chet is like Charmeleon.
No, Wemby would be Charmander.
Nah, Wemby's already scoring and he rebounds and blocks everything. So Wemby's Charizard.
Charmeleon
is I think Hellgren might be Charmeleon. He might have the score, like he don't have the moments, like the scoring moments like Jaren Jackson, but he's blocking everything. He's shooting from 3. So I like the deal. You don't find too many Chets.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I like the deal too. What you think about signing a lot of max rookie contract? Paolo Banchero.
Paolo Banchero? Yeah, Paolo, he deserves it. I think the only thing with Orlando is now you got Desmond Bane. You also brought Jalen Suggs come back healthy. You brought in Tyus Jones. Can you shoot enough? If their shooters are making shots, they'll be fine. The problem with them, they gave the Celtics a good 6-game series last year too. It's just a matter of like I said, If the shooters are making jump shots, y'all fine. But Paolo, he's a star. If he didn't tear his hip abductor last year, he probably would have been all NBA, would have averaged about 27, 28 points. He's on the way up. He reminds me like a hybrid of Melo and Braun in sense of like how he controls the ball offensively.
And in order to get his $287 million contract guarantee, he got to make one All-Star. I'm not one All-Star, all NBA. So that's easy for him.
That's possible.
And next year with Jason Tatum out and a lot of people out, that's easy for him to make. So he's going to get that bread. So that's easy money on his behalf. What's your thoughts about the New York Knicks firing Jalen Brunson's daddy?
Well, they demoted him. I think that was fair. I think that now that they've gone 3 years underneath the Tibbs tree, you want to come in and give Mike Brown every chance to succeed, and you do that by not firing Jalen Brunson's dad, but like let him control who's on his staff. Who does he want? He has great relationships in this league. Like I said, he had coached the greatest offense ever in the Sacramento Kings from 2 years ago. So let him put the pieces around that he needs that can also develop. Like he's being tasked with competing for a championship and developing younger players. So allowing him to kind of do that, you tell Rick Brunson, yo, sit down and shut up. He push you at the end of the bench, you at the end of the bench. He push you in the second row of the bench, you at the second row. You lucky to be here, my guy.
Facts, because we only doing that because your son did a team friendly deal, nigga. Sit your ass up. And just came in. Shout out to Shams. The Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker agreed to a 2-year, $145 million max contract extension. Absolutely. Which makes it the higher annual extension salary in NBA history. So I think they put in all their chips in Devin Booker. They haven't lost faith in Devin Booker. But speaking of just the Suns, did you see the Houston trade for KD? Did you see the multiple parts of that? Mm-hmm. Like some teams got money. It was like, I think, how many teams was it? Like 8 or 9 teams 17 involved with that?
Yeah, no, it was smart because it's like, you make guarantee, get it all done in one transaction. You don't gotta have too many calls coming out. Everybody got what they supposed to get. Yeah, get it done. Efficiency.
Yeah. All right. And other sports news, Slick. Ben Macklemore has been sentenced to 8 years for rape and sexual assault. What's your thoughts about this, Slick?
Stupid games win stupid prizes. You was a millionaire basketball player and you out here stealing pussy. You get what you deserve.
Thanks, nigga. Yo, don't you know these IG models go? Oh, well, you can't fly them out now because that's how you get. What did he get charged with? Prostitution. So you can find somebody in your local city that's selling coochie. You feel me? Go to Hunts Point in the Bronx. They're selling it for $40 over there. Now, real quick before we get to the song of the week, the NBA 2K26 cover has been released with SGA being the artist, being the number one superstar as the cover, but they also have the superstar edition with Carmelo Anthony. And they have Angel Reese doing the WNBA. Do you feel like SGA is not a face of the league? Also, I'm not going to lie. Do you believe that Angel Reese deserved the cover before Caitlin Clark?
I'll put it this way. Cover cool. Am I buying it? No. Is Shay the face of the league? No. Caitlin before Angel. If I'm just going off of this year, Angel's a media darling, and she's killing it right now. And Caitlin's been hurt because she's on my fantasy team, and she's been hurt. So that's the only reason I would say no to Caitlin just now. She could have turned it down, too. She probably didn't want it because they already hate her in the WNBA anyway. So it happened. Facts.
And I ain't going to lie. You racist motherfuckers putting a gorilla on there. I ain't going to lie. Y'all not being the allegation that y'all hating on Angel Reese because she's a black woman. Stop with all that goofy shit, you heard? But let's get to our song of the week. If you listen to this on YouTube, please exit and go to your favorite streaming platform, preferably the live podcast app, which you could download on iOS and Android, or you can find our previous song of the week on that previous place on our Spotify music playlist.
Yes, sir.
IceMan, Tiffany, Bluestones. Number one record right now, in my opinion. But that was Juicy Drake. Even though a lot of people speculate in the what did I miss? The S, when he emphasized the S, is the snake. That's one of the theories out there. Shout out to the boy. That was Drake. What did I miss? You can find our previous song of the week on our previous playlist or our Spotify music playlist, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toxic Service Announcement. Alrighty. You know who we sponsored by? The one and only Heart of Moisture.
This Might Not Go Well podcast is sponsored by Heart of Moisture, your most trusted distributors in all things beauty. From hair products to wellness tools and more, we provide you with access to beauty supplies from wherever you are. Follow us on all social platforms at Heart of Moisture and visit our website at heartofmoisture.com. Let us know how we can serve your community when it comes to your wellness needs. Email us at admin@heartofmoisture.com for more information. Essentials with ease.
I support Black women business. Shout out to Wendy. Hopefully you're having a great pregnancy. All right, this week's TSA, brother, we got a few topics on the scene. First one, it's like I need you to go back into your dating stages. What is one red flag you're willing to ignore? First, let's hear this person's one red flag first.
You willing to ignore? None. Absolutely none. That's why I'm single. The word to bro. Let me see what bro? Who's bro? All my bros that's here. Literally, before you even ask me this, I'm here and I'm cooling, and baddies is talking to me, and my chest just start hurting. Why? Because you're a succubus.
I take all. I revive. I bring back to life. I'm spiritual as well. What I do is very spiritual.
So you a succubus?
I'll suck us all.
That's how I'm viewing them. Like, they pretty problems, gang. Everything's bliss initially. I feel like the majority, I say the majority, I won't say all because it's still location. I feel like the majority of women that I interact with, they don't have like perspectives of empathy on the opposite side. Like a lot of.
Yeah, he started talking some real shit because they really don't have no empathy. But Slick, back in your dating stages, what is one red flag you're willing to ignore?
A girl that had too many niggas in her phone.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I would definitely ignore it. Like, damn, like you cute, you got friends, you got brothers, you got a lot of brothers.
That's my brothers. You feel me? Like you saying guys and girls can't be friends? You're controlling.
Yeah,
they can't really get that shit off.
I definitely would ignore that. Or what's another one? I red flag that I would have ignored back then. Not like arguing, like how she argued. Like I give you the first two. Like lack of accountability, I would have looked past it. Okay, she just emotional right now. Like, no, bitch, you crazy.
Speaking of that, that's my one red flag. When a bitch tell you she actually crazy, believe that shit.
Yeah, facts. You know I wasn't shit.
That's
when you
one
met
red
me.
flag that I'm continuing to ignore, even at my big age. When shorties tell you, you know I'm crazy, I believe that.
My dumb ass used to be like, "You not crazy, girl. You passionate. No, bitch, you crazy."
Facts. When shorties say they really crazy, because I know we didn't put this in the docket, but shout out, if you on Twitter, you know about this girl named Amanda Please over there, the threesome. Three is company with shout out to Amber though. I ain't gonna lie, her ass is fat. I saw the snippet. I ain't gonna lie, but they've been going through a little feud online, and this is not the first time Amanda Please been on a Twitter feud, and she has multiple videos saying like, you know, she's crazy. And Slick, hot take. This is not to none of the people that I know in my life, but this is a general statement. Wink, wink. If you're over 31 with no kids and you look great and got a great body, you're the problem.
Damn. You about to get like 55 text messages when this shit drop.
I ain't gonna lie. Cause yo, bro, from what I've been seeing so far, any woman right now that, and I'm not saying here you gotta have a kid to not be a red flag, or because there's girls with kids that are red flags. But it's just something about girls around our age, Slick, who's not in a long relationship, who bad as hell. And you really gotta ask that question, like, what is really wrong with you? It gotta be something that a nigga didn't take you out the game or something. But you know, I don't want to dig too deep because we at an age we have a lot of friends at that time. Because I don't feel like taking a shot at them. But you got a problem. Now, speaking of just dating women, does what does female tattoo placement say about the women? Play the clips.
That tattoo across her chest, she's committed to her lifestyle. You're not changing her. That's like dry concrete. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Nope. Once a girl put that tattoo across her chest,
so Slick.
Oh, the Rihanna tattoo, yeah, I agree with that. If there's something right here, yeah, you is you. You gonna do what you want to do. I'm
not gonna lie.
I don't got time.
Girls with Girls with half or full sleeve beat niggas up. I'm jacking that. I'm putting that up.
I don't think I know any
putting that up.
I don't know any girls with a half or full sleeve. That's crazy.
I'm glad you're not suffering from DV, guy. Good for you. I'm telling you, any girl with matter of fact, hold on. Let me be more specific. Any girl with like one half sleeve on one arm, or just a full sleeve.
She might have been a soldier.
I'm not. Yeah, I maybe they don't beat niggas up, but they have put their hands on niggas.
She might own a gun.
They might own a gun. They might have, and then a girl with a chest tattoo like Rihanna, bro.
She did it for the plot. She do it for the plot.
Yeah.
She don't give a fuck. She's how she feel that day is how she feeling. That's how she finna move. It don't matter.
Facts. That's plot development right there.
All right.
That's plot
Tattoo on the lower back.
Fella.
Tattoo on the lower back.
Ooh, the tramp stamp.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I can't really call them. They used to have the stereotype of being whores. I don't know if I could put that on them that much. I'm really putting girls with the ass tat. Anything on your cheek, yeah, sure. You was wilding out here.
Yeah, you got some nigga named Brian tatted on your left ass cheek. You just saying like what?
anytime a shorty got something on her ass cheek, like you was out here for real. Because you wasn't been doing something.
All right, tattoo on her face.
She killed niggas. She got a gun and she killed niggas.
She don't work corporate. She don't got no life insurance.
Facts. Now, the tats that I don't mind accepting is the tats behind the ear. I love girls with tats behind the ear. That shit looks sexy as hell. Rib cage. Now, the thing about the rib cage tat, it's a toss up. Some of them be good women that don't want to show off their tattoos. So they get a little tattoo right there, a big tattoo there because they don't have to show it off too much. But then there's some girls that they be like the Airheads white flavor, the mystery flavor. You don't know what the hell you get with them. They're like a gamble. Shorties with the rib tattoos or the side tattoos is mysterious flavor because you don't know what. It's a random draw when you get there. I can't really put anything on them.
That's fair.
And then shout out to the girls with the side tat too. I'm gonna lie. Oh, the girls with the back tat. I'm gonna lie, you got a back tat? Especially maybe the Chinese letters down the middle of your spine.
That shit might say pork fried rice. You don't know if that's relax.
They're freaks. Let us know what female tattoo says about the women. Now, Slick, this next one, Slick. Men love pretty women until they have one. Play it, Slick.
Until they get one. They get a pretty girl, and then they don't want anyone else to ever see their pretty girl.
It's like having a Pokemon card. You finally got it, and now you're going to put it in a sleeve.
You tripping. As soon as I got a holographic, I'm pulling that out every chance I get. First of all, I still got a binder, baby. I want to preface this by saying, not all men. There are a certain community of strong, independent, secure men that have no problem being with a pretty woman because they know at the end of the day, that pretty woman is coming home to them. You kings deserve free haircuts, a packed lunch, a set of tires, but we're not talking about you right now. We talking about the mothers.
Stop the pandering. Stop the motherfucking pandering over there. She's trying to make she's pretty too. Shout out to her, but stop the pandering because you know damn well you guys not getting niggas haircuts and all that other good shit over here. But what's your thoughts about that, Slick?
I think it's twofold. I think that if you got something pretty, you let it show. You gotta trust it. You gotta be a bond. Like, you gotta be bonded though. You gotta be like, yo, hey, you know what it is. I think that everybody's so used to getting played. They're just like, I can't go out like that, big dog. You ain't going. I done seen this movie before. You got 15 male besties. Hold up.
Facts, but Slick, it's like pirates. Do you get treasure and show it off, or do you get treasure and hide the shit?
I'm tired of my booty.
You feel me? I'm hard of my booty. Like, yo, because the thing about it, because you know how niggas are, Slick. This is more a testament for niggas. You already know when niggas know you got a bad bitch, niggas start being like, why the fuck she's with this nigga? I got money. I could take this nigga bitch away from him. Mm-hmm. And you ready?
But then you also gotta know your shorty, because if your girl can get got like that, she not your girl. If money, a nice bag, a little, like, if that's going to sway her to be like, all right, you know, I'm pretty, and that nigga trying to do stuff, and she's, what have you done for me lately? That Eddie Murphy Bush bitch shit. I'm not doing
like,
that.
But it's like it takes one argument, and then for a girl to be like, you know, I didn't know where we stand, you know, I just thought, you know, we were just heading down the wrong direction, and then I just made a mistake. That means you can't argue with your shorty if you allow her, if you show her off. Because it takes that one little argument for her to start feeling insecure about your relationship and the future of it, and then magically dick in mouth.
Yeah, that'd have been bad business. See, look, that's why niggas keep girls inside. You don't commit.
Facts. All right, now it's like this next scenario. I want you to hear the scenario, and then I'm gonna create a different scenario first.
Interested in dating me, blocked me because he was like, you're single, you got all these good qualities, what's the catch? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, why are you single? So I told him that it's hard for a lot of men to meet my non-negotiables when it comes to dating. And he said, well, what are they? And I was like, well, 1, they gotta love Jesus, and 2, no physical intimacy before marriage. And he's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then he blocked me. And if that ain't somebody weeding themselves out, I don't know what is. Also, why did you need to block me? I didn't reach out to you. You reached.
And if they can't be friends, oh yeah. Fuck that.
Now, first with that situation, I support brother Ben.
Kudos to good man.
Y'all dating shit that in line. I'm out of there.
That's a fact. He ain't waste your time. He said, I'm not gonna waste money. I'm not gonna play with temptation.
Facts. Why am I still following you or trying to be your friend if I'm trying to date you and you're not trying to fuck and I'm trying to fuck?
I gotta love Jesus and I gotta beat my shit and pretend I'm not. What?
No physical intimacy. That means no kissing, no nothing.
She wanna read you a Bible verse before she go to bed. That's cute the first time, but every night, nope.
So apparently, you know, she's not a virgin. Slick. So I come up with this scenario.
That's typically how it goes.
If you back in your dating scene, if you met a woman and she tells you she's not a virgin, but she's a born again virgin, and she wants to wait until marriage in order to have sex, would you get in a relationship with shorty?
Do I want to marry her?
You think she looks cute? You don't know too much about her.
Dude, looking cute don't mean shit to me. So I want to marry. If I don't want to marry her, we could be friends. I'll meet you at Bible study once every 6 months, but that's it. That's the person you text holidays, birthdays. Hey, yeah, randomly, just I seen it. They had a Jesus.
You don't respect the body as a temple.
I do respect it, but that's not the type of time. If I was dating, that's not the type of time. I'm not gonna waste either one of our time. We'd be cool. We could be cool. Intimacy is a big thing for me. So to be able to be like, you know what? I would respect I respect the avenue. I'll switch it up. I respect the avenue she's taking and saying, hey, no physical intimacy, but that means no. But don't have me being boo boo the fool and somebody else getting it. Don't play me. Don't play me. Have me waiting out here starving like a puppy in the desert. You out here getting your shit cracked. That's the shit. That's why I don't like. I don't respect that. Sorry, I might be a little triggered. But
no, I support it. My whole thing about it's like I don't even know if I can even do it if she's a virgin.
Really?
Now, granted, the percentage of me going, if there was 2 options, if a shorty's a virgin and a shorty's not, if I had to choose, I'll go with the shorty who's a virgin.
No, I need to know that shit work. You stupid. I need to know that shit work.
But shorty over there, that shit work too much to the point she gonna lose it by the time y'all get into marriage.
That's fine. Virgin girl. What if you decide not to get married? It's like, oh shit, she gonna be on your body.
Oh yeah. Well, who's that girl from Insecure?
Molly?
Ivana? Yeah. She looks like a little dick.
Looks like a little dick.
But I don't know. Okay, this is bad.
Wait, no.
This gonna sound bad. Oh, go ahead.
Physical. I mean, we can't dance and shit because dancing is intimate when you with your lady. Yeah. We can't hold physical intimacy because when you really like somebody, she holds your hand, you getting a little stiffy.
I'm on now. She whine on you and she feel a little cocky in her butt. What am I supposed to do?
Stop, cause you're dancing kind of close.
Got a little poke coming through.
On you. I know
this might get me in trouble, Slick.
I did, but the Lord has blessed me with this. Just so you know.
This might get me in trouble, Slick. This might not go well. If I'm not on the same wavelength of waiting for marriage, I don't think I can date a girl who's not a virgin and waiting for marriage. Because I feel like if you're going to be on that religious shit, you got to be from start to finish. You can't just be out here just you slang the coochie because all right.
What if she found
this is me being negative, but when I hear that, because I have come across girls who been on that reborn virgin again, and prior to them becoming religious, they was throwing coochie around.
So you think maybe? So this is what if she became reborn in the middle of an orgy? It happens.
No, what? Let me get the coochie first, and then we could do it again. You could be reborn. If I'm not on that type of time, I don't think I could be with someone on that type of timing, because it's just kind of like that's why I say with the virgin, it's like at least I know you didn't been touched, so it's like it's easy for me to digest that I think it shows more resolve. But when you do that coochie around a few times, and now you want to be reborn virgin, it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I'm immature just to save the female from getting at me. I'm immature. I'm insecure.
I'm not that yet. That's fair. I respect it.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I do it and it's just my experience, because I have homegirls and I have met other women who did a little stuff over back and now they're reborn again. Shout out to them. Hopefully they find their partner too. But I don't know if that's for me though. I don't know. Cause I need some coochie. Matter of fact, I just need some head. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This might be off topic, but I'm at a point where I don't really need sex. I just need some head, and I'm good. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I could do it. If she want to if she want to wait till marriage, but I get a little head on the side when I want.
You said you want a throat massage. Yeah, that's all I need. Can we negotiate?
Yo, that's what Ivana from Insecure was doing, right? That's what she said?
I don't know what she said. I think I said
because then I fuck around, we can get married. I ain't gonna lie. Hit my line, shorty. If you're giving throat massages, but you're not trying to give you a coochie, but also, what about those girls who save their box for marriage, but that you give you the asshole? You down with that, Slick? If you come across a girl like that?
Sound like a good old time to me.
You know, you can hit the back door, but you can't get the coochie part.
That's fun. Look at you, my little truffle butter. Stop.
You feel me? Make sure you get what's the shit in the bathroom with that clean ass?
Oh, the enema?
Yeah, get an enema and then get the cleanser shit. Make sure you wipe your ass. We good, shorty.
You can preserve you preserve one of your goldens. I'm fine with that. With something happening, something got to shit. I'm sorry.
Thanks. I need something to take the edge off.
I can't go to the gym at all hours of the night.
Come on now. All right, let's get to our choose one. This week's choose one, Slick. As an anime fan, you appreciate this. Would you rather have $1 million or one Kamehameha?
Give me $1 million. Now, nigga, you said I could have won Super Saiyan or Kaioken, or I had a flying Nimbus or something.
Slick, I'm talking about in your back pocket, my nigga. You can start your niggas fuck with you. Kame.
Yeah, and if I fucking miss, it's like busting a nut too soon. Like shit.
It's like, guess what? You can hold a country for ransom, nigga.
I got one.
Talk about $1 million. You can get $1 billion, nigga. You let niggas know I will Kamehameha this whole bitch.
You gave me one. You gave me specifically one. If I waste my one, I'll be a dickhead just showing them, nigga, go back to Kamehameha. Ah, shit, it's gone. That's why I know me.
I'm telling you, you can have that shit in the back pocket. Like, fuck with me if you want, my nigga. Fuck with me if you want.
1 versus 1 million. If you would have gave me like, I got it for a year. I got key. I can control it. Or if you would have said I could manipulate my key and do it. Yeah.
Right, what about a spirit? What about a spirit bomb?
I definitely don't want that. I gotta talk to niggas to use that.
Come on, that you could destroy this whole planet, my nigga.
Yeah, that
niggas fuck with you.
Yeah, niggas gotta talk to me. I gotta borrow their energy to blow them up. That's a knot. I told you, bro. If it was Super Saiyan, you taking a Kamehameha wave, you taking a milli.
I'm taking a Kamehameha wave. I need that shit. I need that shit. I just need to. I ain't gonna lie. Just to see the terror in niggas' face when I charge that shit up. Calm, man. And you start seeing, nigga. If you try to fight a nigga, you start seeing a nigga pull out a blue light between.
I'm shooting him. I'm shooting him before he get off. Pop, pop. Stop shooting him. You ain't gonna have
see a nigga charging up a Kamehameha.
If you stand there and let a normal human being charge up a Kamehameha wave at you and let him aim and shoot you before you shoot him with a bullet, you a dumb motherfucker. What? You deserve to die.
Krillin was a normal nigga and he could do a Kamehameha.
Krillin didn't have no nose. How he live all his life without a nose?
Come on now. I ain't gonna lie. Give me that one. Matter of fact, give me Yu Yu Hakusho spirit gun.
I'll take the spirit. Because he shot 4 a day. If I could have 4 spirit guns a day, yeah, I'd take it, nigga. I'd be him.
Or give me a super saiyan. I'm going to the National Treasure. Like, yo, give me all this shit before I blow this whole shit up, gang. I would make the whole world economy go down if y'all don't give me some bread.
I'm blowing one. Yeah, that's fair. See, that's different. But one Kamehameha wave versus 1 million, give me my million. Times is hard. I got a child to feed.
That's a fact. All right, let us know which one you choose over here. I think that's a great way to end this episode. All righty. Please download the Live Podcast app on iOS and Android. Make sure you follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If you're in a brand new business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe everywhere because that helps out with the algorithm. I'm the voice of Outside, Pretty Breezy, a.k.a. Poppy Sazon.
It's your boy Slick. Y'all be great. We'll see y'all next week.
Takao.
Distinct beats. Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.